Tom just put the color in the truck, mixed up, ready, almost ready to go. Okay, here comes our first power buggy of concrete. I ran a conduit up here. It comes underneath here, comes inside my concrete. Wait till you hear why I did that. Can't tell you yet, we gotta wait. Conduit in here, now I'll connect it and exit it over here. There we go. Piece of cake. That way I can get my low voltage connected on this side. That's always been a challenge to get low voltage on this side. So that'll look real nice. So here we go. Now for the fun part. A shovel brigade. Steve will just tilt that a little bit each time. Help the shovelers out. Jim came up with this idea. Planted some pins in the ground to help hold the rebar on these bends. Worked real nice. That would be really hard to do with 1/2-inch steel rebar. We'd have to probably cut it into 10-foot lengths, kink it a little bit, and we've done that plenty of times, but this was so much easier. I'm really hoping that we get the strength out of this fiberglass rebar as steel, but they claim it is, so we'll see what happens. I'm old school. I don't like to change things, especially things that I know work. So, got some going back there. Okay, so we just shoveled it in place. Now I'll float it right to my blue line. We're about halfway done with the border. The guys are working up there. Get you some close up of this. Just taking my time putting it right on that line. I want to see a nice straight edge coming right in front of that grill. So this corner, I raised that up. All this water is heading this way, right across the front of this, and exiting that corner right there. Hopefully. That's the plan. Gotta have a plan. Hey, maybe we'll do a movie line video today. It's been a while. All right, movie line coming up shortly. First, I have to think of one. First to reply to the movie line gets a t-shirt. That's how we started these last year. First to reply, and then we'll go ahead and throw in little twists to it. So first to reply to the movie line, I'll send you out a t-shirt and you get to pick the next movie line. So coming around this wall, you can see how this is all wavy because it's on the stones. So I'll just, before the concrete sets up, I'll just get some little rocks and place in here, and we'll get a nice curve going around there. But first, let's finish pouring. A little bit here, on around the bend. Closing in on it. Lots of shoveling. If we dump it and it hits that border and knocks it crooked, then we just got a mess. So a little bit of work here, shoveling, just much safer. Gets our cardio in. One-handed scrape. So with everything poured, we have these 16-inch rebar cut. We just slide them into the concrete, leave them stick out about 6 inches. Now our patio main will lock right around those. That way the border doesn't move up and down from the patio, just like we did over there. I was debating on drilling, but then I was worried they were too high. I didn't want it to crack on top of the rebar. So these are, we poured this about 5 to 6 inches thick. So these are in the bottom half of the concrete, right where you want them. All the way around here. Everything will be locked together, but if it needs to pivot a little bit, it'll be able to do that. So same color border as the steps, border, sandstone, and sandstone. So I'll get this wall cleaned up so that's a nice looking arc around there. Just looking at all the forms, it stayed real nice. Little whoop in front of here. Going around the bend. So what Tommy did, he pulled a string right down this pier and found a point there. So that'll be 1 cut. 2. Then we're jumping to that corner. 3. Right here. So from there, we divided up and we tried to work 4-foot pads going around this border. Right where Steve's at, where it gets real skinny, cut. It'll definitely crack right there. We know it's going to crack. I can see the crack in it right now. So we put a cut right where his float is, right there. Same thing off of these corners. Not here. We'll go center, center, and then Tom put one right there off of that corner. But we have one a foot away here. So we'll go with that because it lines up. Sorry for moving the camera so fast. Lines up with that. So with all the cuts lined, laid out, I started closing up around here. It's still a little bit wet, but I cleaned up in front of the steps. Once that tightens up, I can make it a little bit nicer. I'm going to go ahead and put you on time lapse, and we'll get this edged, troweled, and heavy stone stamped. I say several times in my videos, just keep an eye on the concrete. We started pouring at this end, and that is our wettest side. So we took a long time shoveling and power buggying this in. So this concrete was in the mixer longer. That's setting up faster. So we're starting on this side. I'll get you set up. A home stretch, little square right there Steve's on. These guys are finishing up here. Last section right up there. I'll take the camera down and get a close-up. Okay, so right here in front of the steps, keep the front of your float nice and clean. You can put it right up against there. Close that up real nice. You can scrape a little cream. you let the front of your float get all sloppy, then it really messes that up inside there. Keep it nice and clean. Concrete's setting up pretty good, a little slow, and that's okay when we're stamping. These are going in real easy. Phone is starting to ring. Give it a little bit of a turn each time. So here is the movie line from the best Christmas movie ever made, even though it's not Christmas season. Come out to the coast, we'll get together, we'll have a few laughs. Did I say it right?
Perfect.
Okay, there it is, there's your movie line.
Though,
huh?
You need a Zippo, but perfect.
A Zippo. Come out to the coast, we'll get together, we'll have a few laughs. There's your movie line, first to reply. Get yourself a t-shirt. And you get to pick the next movie line. So there is the border all done. That's our heavy stone stamp. All the way around there. Last step, we'll grade this and do our fieldstone stamp inside there. Then I can get all this mess cleaned up. I'm so excited. As always, thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. Hosses, we'll see you on the next one. Sorry, Jim distracted me. So I closed out the video, rain started. So we were scrambling. I even had the cameras put away. So we just made a lean-to. Nothing's touching the concrete. Just whatever we could find to hold the plastic up. So we're nice and protected under here. I don't think any rain hit it. Just as we put this last piece of plastic on here, it started. I ran this plastic all the way up that pad. I don't want water, coming down those steps. So I'll keep an eye on that. This is how I'm spending the rest of my day. Concrete's pretty hard though. It'll still get damaged, but it's close. Okay, so I will go ahead and sign off for sure. Thanks for watching Conquer with the Hosses. Come back and see us.